The Orioles inducting Mo Gaba bedside into the Hall of Fame. So whenever you go to Camden Yards, whenever you watch a game on TV at Camden Yards, whenever you see that Orioles logo, somebody wearing that hat, one of their players do something extraordinary, you'll know that forever, Little Mo is going to be a piece of that organization's history. And that's what I'll remember yesterday as. I'll remember yesterday as a positive day. Because that's how he would have wanted it. After I got that news, sometime around dinner time, I got the other news that we lost Mo. That last night, 14 years old, little Mo passed away. So, just some thoughts on Mo. Mo taught me lessons that I could have never learned from anybody else. Because how do you define the strength of somebody who at 14 years old has spent 75% of his life in hospitals, who was forever staring down a life of pain and disease? And how do you define the strength of a 14-year-old that never made it about him, nor sadness, nor agony? Little Mo made his life about positivity. He made his life about happiness. He made his life about joy and laughter. And that's my lesson forever. About a month ago, I drove down to Baltimore, and me and the Bourbon Belle visited Mo. And Mo was once again in the middle of a big battle. And I had some sense of where Mo was on this journey. And my sense was that we probably didn't have Mo for much longer. And when I showed up that day in Maryland at his home with his mom Sanzi, and what many would think was this kind of devastatingly painful situation, little Mo was again light and love and laughter. Little Mo had a smile and a charm and a sense of humor from the moment I walked in to the moment I walked out. And I knew where he was on this journey. And I called him a couple of times after that and spoke to him on the phone over the last couple of weeks, again knowing that we probably didn't have him for much longer. And again, never anything but a happy Mo on the other end of the phone. He didn't come into this world to be famous, but he became famous because of his spirit. And I'm sad today only because we don't get little Mo anymore. In this really selfish way, that we don't get little Mo anymore, but little Mo's actually with us forever because his lesson and his love and his laughter is here forever. And little Mo, the videos and the audio and his moments on this show will live forever. We'll honor him forever. But little Mo taught me something that nobody else could, which is you get to choose your happiness. It doesn't choose you. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be in pain. But the bigger picture is you get to choose no matter what's in front of you. You get to choose how you approach that, no matter what. Little Mo had something that very few people will ever have to endure, thankfully. And from day one, it did not define him and his attitude. He defined his attitude. And by force of personality and by positivity and by laughter and light and happiness, Mo became a celebrity. He's in the Orioles Hall of Fame. The Baltimore Ravens, 2-time Super Bowl champions, tweeted out yesterday a graphic that said Mo and said, "Thank you for everything." The NFL's multi-billion-dollar Baltimore Ravens tweeted out simply, "Thank you for everything" to little Mo. So I'll remember yesterday not as a sad day where we lost little Mo, but instead as a happy day, because he was inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame, because the Ravens and Orioles saluted him, and because yesterday is a reminder that simply by choosing your attitude and choosing your happiness, you can change the world. Little Mo changed the world. In 14 years on this earth, when most of us are just entering high school, wrapping up middle school, most of us have no idea what our lives will end up being, no idea where our careers will take us, our families will take us. Most of us at 14 years old, barely getting a grip on this earth, on this life, on this society, on what it means to live. In 14 years, little Mo changed the world. And how did he do it? He woke up every day and made a choice. Today, I'm happy. And I pass that on to others. He is and forever will be my hero. We lost a great one yesterday, but he's upstairs with a little bit more work to do. And he's smiling down today, laughing and rooting on his Orioles and Ravens. And I love him very much.